Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
So we're still here at the stay-at-home thing that California has and all the other states have because of the COVID-19. We've been doing several projects around here to keep busy, such as we rearranged several rooms in our house and reappointed four rooms. Three rooms.
So we've also done some backyard and front yard. We've taken out all the weeds.
Yeah, with a bit of a jungle.
And also we've laid out more paving bricks at the backyard to extend a little bit, and we put our swing there. So some cooking almost every day and trying some recipes. Not too long ago I did some baking for the first time, which is the apple cake.
We did an apple cake, which was really good too.
Turned out to be okay, thank God. Of course, I don't have all the mixers and all the baking stuff, so I'm kind of trying to use what's available in the house. Right?
Our mixer, there's these things,
Yep.
our hands. And before that, you did an apple crumble.
Yes, we did some apple crumbles too.
So, but this time we're going to try something a little bit different. Because as you can see, we've got a lot of apples here. We're going to try kind of a variation of an apple turnover, almost like a small empanada.
Yes,
kinda?
actually, yeah. I remember doing an empanada from one of the Christmas
With the family.
Yeah. What I use is a corned beef. Filipinos love corned beef, so this one, that one was a savory one. But this time I'm gonna use apples as a filling inside.
So as you can see, we've already cut some apples already.
Yeah, that's about 5 apples, and then we're gonna do almost like a mushy apple filling inside. And then of course we have the pre-made pie crust that we got.
The baker's secret that we found is that after you cut the apples, one thing happened is that they tend to turn brown. So we do have a lemon tree in the front yard. We got a lemon, we cut it in half, and then we sprinkled the lemon juice all over the apples, and that keeps them fresh, keeps them crisp, and keeps them from turning brown.
Alright, so we're gonna start this little recipe, and I hope it turns out good because it's the first time I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we've not done this before,
one.
so it's an experiment, but I think it's going to be fine. So stay with us and let's see.
Alright, the first thing that we are going to do is do the apple filling of the turnover or the empanada. I turn on the heat in about medium heat on a pan, and the first thing we're going to do is put some butter. The one thing about me with cooking is that I don't usually measure, and that's probably one of my weaknesses. Now let me put in some butter. We're gonna melt this butter a little bit, and then we're gonna dump all the apples in. I think that's a big heap of a tablespoon of butter. Maybe I need more. There you go. So while we're waiting for this to kind of melt a little bit, is that we're gonna use the apples that we use is, I don't know what kind of apples is that called. It's a red apple. It's not the green apples that most recipes call for, but because we wanted to use the apples that we have, so that's what we used. That's one thing, again, with me with cooking, is that I just use whatever is available in our pantry, in our refrigerator. Okay, that's a pretty good amount of butter. Now I think we're ready to dump all our apples. This has been chopped earlier. I used 5 apples on this, and we're gonna let this cook until it's kind of soft. We'll come back and we'll continue with our cooking, okay? Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, I guess, 10-15 minutes, and see the apples cooking, all the juices coming out and mixing with butter. What we're gonna do right now is put sugar. I'm using just ordinary white sugar, and we're gonna put here, we're gonna let that mix and caramelize. So right now I've done about 4 tablespoons. Hopefully that'll be enough. Again, this will all depend on how sweet your filling, the apple filling you want. So we're gonna let that sit again for the next few minutes until it kind of withers down. Actually, I can add a pinch of salt right now. Just render again for the next few minutes until we're ready to put in some cinnamon and all that. Okay, it's been another 15 minutes, and you'll see that our apples kind of rendered a little bit more. It's soft. Again, it will be dependent on how soft you want it. If you want a little bit more crunch, you probably have to stop cooking right now. Yeah, there's still enough crunch, but soft enough to be a very nice filling. But I still want this to go a little bit softer. But at this point, I can put in ground cinnamon. So again, I'm not measuring, I'm just looking by eye. Depends on how much cinnamon tasting you're feeling that you desire. I'm gonna mix that up. It'll probably take maybe another 10-15 minutes. Alright, we'll come back with the finished product. Here as it looks. I wish you were here to smell the cinnamon and the sugar and the apples. It smells great. A few more minutes. Okay, now we're gonna look at our wonderful sumptuous apples. I think this is the kind of texture I wanted. It's soft, not too mushy. You still have some bite on it. So this is done. So we're gonna turn off the heat, and we're gonna let this sit for a few minutes, and we're gonna stuff this inside a pie crust dough. Alright?
It's time for the pie crust, huh?
Alright, so now we're gonna stuff the crust with our apple filling. Remember, we're cheating on this one. We just got this from the grocery store. It comes in rolled like this. So what you're gonna do is unroll it like this. It's really for a whole pie. Okay, I've laid out this one already, but I first dusted my cutting board with some flour, and then I'm using a bowl.
Like a cereal bowl, a round
Yeah.
cereal bowl, soup bowl.
And I put it there to mark my crust, the amount of dough that I needed. So the whole one is giving me about 3. I don't know how. Maybe this is about 5 inches, 5 by 5, or 4 by 4 maybe. So I'm just gonna peel off the excess. I have a perfect rounded crust. Look at that. See what you can do with just buying a pre-made pie crust. It's much easier than and cheaper too. Okay, so I have like, I would say this is about 4 by 4.
About a 4 by 4.
So I'm going to use one. I'm going to show you how we'll do it. I'll just put maybe a spoonful of apples that we made earlier. I think that'll be
A little more. Yeah, I think that's good.
good enough.
Remember, you don't want to have it too full, because if it's too full, it's going to be hard to fold over and crimp.
So we're gonna fold it like this. I'm leaving a little bit of space here, and you'll know why later. So then I'm gonna take the edge and just fold it like that. So we're sealing the filling inside. So while cooking, you don't want it to kind of go out.
Remember, you need to poke some holes in the middle of it so it will allow the steam to escape while it's cooking.
Yeah, so I'm putting a little bit of hole in there to allow the steam to go. Otherwise, when you bake this, it will just puff out. And to make it really nice looking, I'm gonna crimp it like this. To give that little pie look. There you go. So we've made one, and we're gonna fill a few more. And actually, you can also use fork to crimp your empanada or your dough. You just press right here in the bottom like that, just to seal.
If you want to, but you don't have to.
So that's how it's gonna look. All right.
Actually, I kind of like the what you did earlier.
Yeah, it looks
On the crimping,
more.
this looks a little bit better.
Looks nicer. All right, we're gonna fill this out and then off to the oven and we'll go. Okay.
So our turnovers are now constructed as you can see. We've taken the dough, we've filled it, we've turned it over, we crimped it, and then of course we did the holes in the top to make sure that the steam escapes and the whole thing doesn't explode in the oven.
Just finishing touches. We're gonna put some. I've beaten some eggs, and we're just gonna put and paint it over.
And why do you want to do that?
Just because it's pretty, which is actually half true because it is. It gives a glaze on.
It does put a glaze
on the finished product. So we're just gonna. Of course, we've just placed a foil on top of our what do you call that?
cooking sheet.
The cooking sheet. There's a special cooking sheet that you can buy for this so that it doesn't stick. Hopefully, what we did with just a foil and a spray of
cooking spray.
Cooking spray, that it will not stick and be a whole mess when we take this off. Alright, that's all you really needed.
So now at this point, we're going to stick it in the oven at 450 degrees for what, about 30 minutes, I think.
About half an hour, but because everything is kind of not done to precise specifications. So we're gonna keep looking and make sure that it doesn't turn out to
be bad, but I'm sure it'll be fine, because most of the great recipes that you have, from your mom, your grandma, and all that, are all ones that they just kind of like not really follow a precise measurement. They just kind of like do their own little touches.
All right, so this pan is off. We're gonna turn it over to the
to the
oven. And we'll come back in about half an hour and see you the finished product.
And we'll let you know how it is.
Hopefully it's good. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And my arms. All right, let's see.
Well, the turnover should be about done. We've had it in for 25 minutes. Let's take a look, see how it looks. Oh boy, does that look good. Look at how crispy it is along the edges, how it's crisp, and it seems to be all nice and flaky, and it's not falling apart, and it's smelling all so fantastic.
All right, we'll give it a try.
Okay, so here is our final product. As you can see, it came out really nice, real flaky, smells fantastic.
So we are gonna give it a try. We are gonna try this one. It was very flaky.
Oh,
looks good.
Look at that! Look at that filling inside there. How it's compact, but yet it's in there like a professionally done. Winchills should be looking at us, or even Krispy Kreme. I don't know.
Thank you for the pre-made crust, of course.
Thank you, Pillsbury. So let's give this a try. Oh my God!
We got it.
That is so good.
Again, the cinnamon, sugar, and
the ratio,
apple ratio is just perfect for our taste. At least
the only thing that we probably could have done more maybe is use a little bit more egg wash, just to put a little bit more of a sheen on there.
But otherwise, everything is tasting good. So, if you have extra apples in your pantry, you can always do something like this.
This is an easy recipe. I think we used, what, 5 apples?
We used 5 apples, and we were able to make about 11
of these.
Turnovers or empanada.
Whichever way you want to put it. You can even do like a chicken pot pie or something.
Or a chicken pot pie.
But this is more of a dessert. So anyway, this was our first attempt. I think we did a really good job. It tastes fantastic. Obviously, this isn't a cooking channel, but it's something that we're kind of exploring things to do.
Yep. Well, we're staying at home.
So if you like this video and you want to see more of these type of videos, please give us a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Help us out, and feel free to share this among your friends as well. When you're looking at the video, hit that like button so we know that you liked it. Any comments you have, we will respond to it.
Yeah, tell us if you should have done something different from what I showed you.
What do you do that's a little bit different? This was a fairly easy recipe. Maybe there's another recipe that you would like us to try.
Yeah, you can always just leave a comment and let us know. If you've gone this far, you know that we are. My name's Paul, and
I'm Colin,
and we are called Mr. and Mr. Vlogs.
So make sure to hit subscribe, and until next time, stay inside, stay safe,
at home,
stay at home,
wash your hands
a lot, and don't forget to just try different things while you're at home. Try some little household projects. Try some cooking things. Just experiment a little bit. Try some new things. So until next time.
We'll see you then.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.